need. Okay. Jobs wise, guys, if you see, we can I have the list, I have the job scope here, but you can differentiate the jobs into steel renewal, machinery jobs. I'm telling in the engine room part, steel renewal jobs, machinery jobs, piping jobs, and any retrofit. Like this, if I distribute, then only for me it is more simple. You cannot tell everything is a machinery job. Of course, everything is happening in the engine room, but what type of work is being done in the engine room, that is what matters. Because everything is cost, guys. Does it require staging? If yes, how much area of staging required? Each and everything is I have to sign the slip. The SRM will give me, the staging fellow will give me the slip to sign. I have to see whether this job requires staging or not, and I have to these are all the things where preparation stage is very much involved. Chief Engineer has already done a very good job of giving the list, and I also need to, after I go, I have to little bit fine tune whatever I feel also in discussion with the office. And but jobs wise, see, for steel jobs, what I have here, steel jobs, he has they have mentioned that ducting for main air compressor. From the engine room manifold, our main air compressor platform, the separate another duct, branch duct is coming for the main air compressor. They have to fabricate in the yard, which he has mentioned. I have to just ensure that whether for all three compressors, or he is feeling maybe in one area only there is no air, that I have to see. So main air compressor platform, this is one of the steel jobs I am telling. This requires the manifold from the main manifold, from the blower, engine room blower manifold in the compressor platform. The intention is to give another ducting at the compressor suction, not exactly up to the mouth of the compressor, just a little bit above, so that the compressor breathes little more easily. This is the intention. So I have to see now whether how many ducts they are going to give, because Chief Engineer is also some issues are happening also on board, so people are actually running around. So when people are running around, it is very difficult to fine tune the dry dock specs. That's why actually Superintendent already told me just start just going through it, and you just ask me if there is any concern. So now I have some time, I am having my cool, so I can focus. So steel jobs, main air compressor, ducting, okay. Then SCR casing, which I have put also before. We have SCR in our vessel where the casing requires, we have patched up lot here and there, we have patched up. The casing will get ruptured first because of ammonia. It's very corrosive. So the casing, the sheet metal patch up is very much required. So what I am going to write here is renew the sheet metal at various defective places. Okay, they have just written, I have to put everything in depth now. They have given the overall list, I have to put a little bit go in depth. So renew the sheet metal of SCR casing. Okay, any other steel jobs? No. Okay, done. So these two I have for sheet metal jobs. Okay, then machinery jobs, now you know very well. Boiler, I have to see boiler whom he has given, whether to the ship staff. Okay, third engineer will be very happy. Boiler is being given to the yard. So one headache is completed. So I have to ask him, you just see you need to give them the spares for requisition number for boiler, for manhole covers, handhole covers and manhole cover. That gasket we have to give to the shipyard. Guys, regarding the supplies and spares, we have to raise the requisition before itself. You know very well, you are also very much aware of it, because each and everything dry dock will try to take advantage and quote 3 times more than the normal price. Dry dock is a very costly affair, guys. You know that. For a vessel of this size to do a dry dock, $6 lakh easily. And that too, if there is a retrofit, even more. We also have a retrofit of Mewis duct. It's a very costly affair. So, superintendent, if there is any unnecessary escalation in cost, I have to answer my superintendent. See, since I am doing in these vessels, I know he is very cooperative, but at the same time, from my side as a chief engineer, I have to, ensure that we have items in place. Suppose, sir, there are certain things which you cannot help. Even though you have done so many preparations, things may pop up where you have to depend on the yard only. Those things, there is no choice. But things like this, whether they have already requested, I'm sure they would have requested for boiler gaskets, for gauge glass, manhole, handhole, manhole and safety valve, then sufficient gland packing is also there. Safety valve spares, this I have to look for third engineer. Okay, I have to write for third engineer. Okay. So boiler there, the plan is to give to the yard. Now what job I have to do is, I have to, after joining the vessel, the last boiler survey, when it has happened, it will be entered in the logbook, engine logbook. That page photo I need because guys, safety valve opening and lifting pressure is anyway there in the manual. That is a different thing. But the last boiler survey or with the missionary certificates in chief engineer cabin, these are the places where you will get the actual figures, or safety valve itself they would have punched. So these places I have to look. This is for me to get the details of last safety valve testing. Okay. Fine. So this is about the boiler. Main engine, reshine technicians. Okay. Main engine 5 yearly routines, guys. 32,000 hours routine or 5 yearly routine, same, which they will be planning a huge list of jobs which will be done by the technicians. Most companies arrange third-party technicians. They don't prefer MAN because of high cost involved. MAN charge is very high. He is the maker, no? So, okay. Anyway, these guys, they are coming and they are being given. Okay, main engine 5 yearly. Just go by service letter. SL, yeah, to the 2019-681. Okay. We just need to go by that service letter. I don't want to discuss too much in that, because if you go through that service letter, overall guidance, this thing, there you will get what to do for main engine. So turbocharger, another team is coming. So main engine 5 yearly routine, one team is coming. Turbocharger, another team is coming. For stern tube, another team is coming. I think this is for Camel. Yeah, air seal type. So these three anyway technicians are coming. So now I have to ask wherever things which only these three they have put. So now I have to ask for where I need technicians. Governor. all 3 generators governor is to superintendent. That's how I have to group, guys. What are all things to discuss with superintendent? What are all things to discuss with my team? What are all things to be discussed with the SRM? Like this, I have to segregate. Then only I can do my preparation properly. So to superintendent, I have to ask what is his plan for governor overall. I will request him for turbocharger also, because it's not that ship staff can't do. The thing is, for the generators I am telling, anyway main engine turbocharger they are anyway going to do, because it requires generator turbocharger also requires dynamic balancing. Let me see. So dynamic balancing, where all we require turbocharger, incinerator FG fans, then in case if after seeing your video, my video, if people have good comments, please put your comments also. In case if I miss something, I can add your this thing also, your suggestion also. Dynamic balancing, anyway the auxiliary blower motor anyway will be there in the motor overall record, motor overall list, sorry. There anyway they will be doing, the yard will be doing. But what about the dynamic balancing of generator turbochargers, incinerator FG fan, boiler FG fan? Because this he has not mentioned in the list, I have to see whether what is the plan. Okay, so this I have to ask to superintendent. Okay, list of pumps that have to be given by the shipyard. 2 numbers, main seawater pump. Okay, some people they will give some pumps to the shipyard, something like, when you suppose if anybody tells what pump I should give to the yard, I will go only by the running hours. Even last phone call also, when I was having a chat with the superintendent, I remember ballast pump running hour and all is very less. Let them overall the motor, that's okay. But I am telling, for a 5-year-old vessel, it was about 4,000 running hours only, 4,000 hours only. So if the performance is good and if the running hours are less, no, we can opt for other pumps, you know, like fire and GS or main seawater. It can be done by the ship staff also, but since 2 pumps they have decided to give to the yard, it's now I have to discuss with my team what they are trying to tell. But I will see whether these things has to be given, unless if it is leaking, of course. But if it is not leaking, if the performance is good, go by the running hours. That's what I would prefer. Okay, so steel jobs completed, machinery jobs, boiler, main engine, and okay, other machineries, pumps. Okay, motors, about 24 motors they are going to give. Okay, motors, guys, in case if you have a choice, give for AC compressor also, in case if there is a choice, because that is also one of the high continuous running motors. Okay, then engine room pump overall in 2 numbers, pipe renewal 14 pipes. Guys, regarding pipe renewal, how we have to give is how much is the length of the pipe needs to be renewed, what is the elbow, pipe diameter. These 3 things we need to give. You don't need to, in the sense, mostly nobody asks for drawing and all, you can, but these specs they will ask: schedule of the pipe, pipe schedule, pipe length, pipe diameter, length in the sense how much length requires to be replaced, pipe diameter, pipe schedule, then PCD. All these things they will try to ask, because okay, seawater pipes, why they are asking is to quote. Guys, pipes is one of the arena where the dry dock will try to take lot of advantage, because in deck also lot of hatch cover pipe renewal is there, and blindly if we tell you replace all these pipes this, they will give a quote where superintendent won't stand any chance to counter argue. So unless if we give the diameter, he will have two choices. So he will have one more riding team. That is also there. That's why I am telling. He will get the quote from a riding team. I don't know what my superintendent is going to do. I will ask him also whether any riding fitters are coming or you are going to give to the yard. If you give this many pipes have to be done, then what the riding team quotes and what the yard quotes, that he will compare. And material who is using, whether he is supplying or the shipyard is supplying, that is also there. So for him to get an idea regarding the quotes, regarding the budget for this thing, he needs all these details. So please don't feel bad why office is asking or why chief engineer is asking. This I have to give to him for him to help us to do the job. Please take it that way. Okay, it's not that harassing or something. So usually about here they have given about 14 pipes. Okay, this we have to see what is the pipe length and whatever I told now to fitter. Okay, pipe length, dia, schedule, second engineer and fitter. Okay, and okay, any other already with the in communication with the superintendent, this retrofitting pipe modifications. Okay, if anything is there, we need to get approval from the DNV. Our vessel is classed in DNV, so we have to send the drawing and then get the drawing approved, then get the job done. Then the surveyor will again approve the drawing again once more. Done as per the he will put a stamp and then write in the comments that modifications carried out as per the drawing. Like that he will give a comment. So regarding pipe modification, guys, even I have to do little bit of discussion where in our vessel the sewage holding tank capacity is only 55 meter cube. I have to ask to the superintendent whether can we use the WCW tank, like dirty water tank in port side, where to accommodate if it is possible to accommodate sewage, because see, we cannot do everything as per our this thing. In the sense, we cannot suggest anything as per my liking. Whether the class will approve, that is there. No, if you use in bulk carriers, there will be one tank on the deck which they will be using. It is a very big tank, dirty water. It may be in the engine room also, or maybe in deck also. There will be one arrangement connected to the Bilgen GS line, where when they do the cargo hold washing, they can store it in the vessel itself. If you go to Denmark and all, you cannot throw the cargo hold bilges overboard in all places. At the same time, you have to do hatch cleaning also. During that time, they have to store it in these tanks. So this tank I wanted to propose to my superintendent, because we have been getting dispensation for using the tank in case if we have a long anchorage or long port stay or something. So usually port stay we don't get much, but anchorage, yes, because 50 meter cube is only you know very well, it's only a week capacity. So this I will propose to my superintendent for okay. Like, since I did this vessel before, guys, I am able to recollect certain things. because we once when we went to Brazil, we had to get dispensation from the flag to use that tank for storing sewage. It's a treated sewage actually, so that's why class has to approve. He will ask for the sewage drawing also, he will ask for the ballast piping drawing also, because it should not hinder other operations, no. Whether a spectacle blind has to be put between these two systems, those things are there. So this is another proposal which I have to do. Okay. The next comes boiler is completed, main engine completed, boiler completed, pumps. Motor list is anyway there. Air bottles, anyway we will be cleaning the air bottles, and safety valve will be tested by the yard. Okay. I have to check in the file air bottle in the machinery certificates, which is there in chief engineer cabin. Air bottle certificate, it will be there for the for the safety valve lifting pressure. And the gaskets, we need for a boiler air bottle. I have to request to superintendent try to give from the maker or original supply high pressure equipments, because you see in China dry dock guys, one call to RMS or Dan Marin, these guys will give whatever they want. Whatever you want, these guys will give. But the problem is these are all high pressure. So I have to ask my superintendent whether, okay. Many things depends on the yard also guys. The workmanship of the yard, it should be okay. Because in my previous experiences, I was in Dalian yard was very good, because in the sense, suppose for example bilge tank cleaning, because machinery and all technicians are coming, they are supposed to do a good job actually, outside technicians, third party technicians. Suppose if I am telling this bilge tank cleaning job is there for the yard, and after cleaning, it should not be like inside too many rags left, cigarettes left or something, or too much dirt left. After they clean the bilge tank, they should ensure this is the kind of workmanship I am talking about. Workmanship, everybody will think nuts and bolts are loose. That's a different kind of an issue, because machinery is being mostly done by the third party. So of course pipes, when they fit back, they have to properly fit. So okay, if the workmanship is a problem, too much of running around, definitely from our side, ultimately we will only be running around, that is there. And these things we cannot help also. Maximum we have to request to the SRM, please do a good job, otherwise our engineers will be running around everywhere. Engineers, crew, everybody. Okay, then retrofitting. So the kind of I already covered for the retrofitting. I'm just okay. So steel jobs I covered. Machinery jobs only this thing for main engine or third party Camel. What about the spares for overboard valves? Overboard valves, guys. Storm valves every 5 yearly we have to replace. No doubt in that. Those valves cannot be overhauled. You don't need to have any superintendent will accept. If you tell storm valves need to be replaced, they themselves will give you. So who is going to supply? Yard or they have requested? That is what I have to see. Because overboard valves, guys, we have to be very careful. Otherwise, one mistake, the vessel won't undock. This is a very big problem. If you have in the already, if it is there here, the status what they have put is awaiting spare. So they have ordered, everything has been done, but I have once a spare received, personally myself and second engineer, we have to go together. Overboard valve, guys, we can never take chance, because the docking will be delayed. One mistake, suppose if the new one doesn't match, then what to do? Dry dock, you know very well, so many things are there, but we have to focus on priority basis. Ship chandler will be, let him wait, no problem. Even my second engineer and third engineer can also handle. I will only tell him, you just show him what you want, but I have to sign in the paper before I go to the superintendent, because I have to answer my superintendent. No, it depends on the company also, mostly, but through chief engineer only the superintendent will agree. It's not that they don't believe other engineers, but I have to first approve I have to tell him the reason why we are asking. So why I am telling, overboard valve is one of the things which we cannot take chance. Overboard valves, guys, it's not that they are going to remove everything and overall in place itself they will clean, inspect they will ground it and lap it. So in place itself they will try to do mostly. Only the storm valves they will renew, and whenever we talk about overboard valves, boiler blow down line stub piece, that is also a weak point, that also needs to be renewed. So overboard valves, storm valves, and I think boiler overboard and stub piece. This I have to see what is happening. Okay, this is another thing which disturbs undocking is stern tube. Whether as of here the stern tube seal has come, so hopefully it should be okay, because see, most of the requisitions whatever we are sending in dry dock, one requisition they will ask us to send. After that they will ask the maker will then directly issue the PO to the office. They will directly give one delivery to the office that this many items are required for this job scope. Basically it is job scope, depending on that. Here for seal, guys, by bonding there are two ways. You can renew the forward and aft seal by bonding. Other one is for aft seal, if you want to remove the propeller, then that is a different kind of replacement. So without removing the propeller, if you want to do the aft seal, is by bonding only. There it will be done by the stern tube technician. So okay. Anyway, poker gauge I have already written. It will be there in my takeover checklist. The last reading for a 5-yearly and all, during the time of the vessel's delivery, what is the poker gauge reading? It should match with the present reading. After the vessel is inside the dock, when I have to see, the reading should match, because for a 5-year-old vessel there should not be any wear down, provided our timon is okay, our shaft system is okay, lube oil analysis and our other things are okay. Usually nothing should happen. Other things you are all well aware, what will be happening inside the dock, guys. That is the next part of the video. Let me see if I get time. But there are other things also which needs to be done. Calibration of torque wrenches, temperature calibrator, pressure calibrator, and you have to calibrate your boiler safety valve. Okay, temperature, pressure they have written. Boiler safety valve also need to calibrate. Fuel valve testing machine, guys. Here I have to add fuel valve testing machine. That gauge also needs to be calibrated for both main engine and generator, and your hydraulic pump pressure gauge. Main engine hydraulic pump and generator hydraulic pump, that also needs to be calibrated. Generator fuel valve testing machine and any digital meter is there for main engine, that I have to cross check. Main engine is digital, I think. If it is digital, no need, but if it is analog, then we have to calibrate. So sorry, bilge tank, when we were seeing, one thing I need to cross verify is, need to see whether the suction pipe, striker plate, sounding pipe, whether these three are okay. Striker plate, suction pipe and sounding pipe. And after cleaning, I have to do a thorough inspection whether there is any pitting seen. If there is any pitting, I have to, as far as the last report, after when the ship staff cleaned while sailing, there is no pitting or something in the bilge tank. So anything, guys, anything which you have in doubt, suppose if the metal has thinned down anywhere, whether it is seawater pipe or whether it is tank, use a thickness measurement gauge. It will give you the, you see the, you get the value of the place where it is okay. There you measure the thickness, and wherever you have doubt, because it may happen anywhere, not only in tank, no. So I'm just telling, thickness measurement gauge, it's there in this vessel, we already have on board. But in case if your vessel is going to dry dock, if you are not having, better to ask, because if the metal has thinned down, you can always have the reason for putting the job scope. That is the main thing, guys. And apart from this, company will arrange a lot of technicians and all, depending on the vessel's how old she is. For a 5-year-old vessel, I don't think so, apart from main engine and from stern tube. Otherwise, if there is any issue in any system, if there is any complicated problem happening in boiler automation or something, then boiler health check, he will come. Because main engine anyway, those people are going to do a complete job. So that job scope is here. They have clearly written as per the service letter. Okay. So they are anyway, they are going to do a good job. CCTV installation. You see, for vessels operating in Western Australia, China run, CCTV installation in steering gear is mandatory. In case if you have to put it in, if the vessel is going in dry dock, that is the best place where this can be planned. Whether ship staff to do or yard to do, that depends on the superintendent. So CCTV anyway, it is there here. I don't need to remind anybody because it's already come. Okay.